Yo. Yo. Adidas and Bad Bunny really sent us these? They really sent us these? Oh yeah, we getting a poppin' today. Special delivery, baby. Let's do it. What's good, family? It's your boy Sykes, and you are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery, where today we got a joint that I never, ever in a million years thought that we would have on this set. We're taking a look at Bad Bunny's brand new triple black Adidas Forum in this family and friends packaging, and that totally explains why I never thought we would actually see these things. They are extremely rare, they are extremely expensive, and they're also extremely dope. They totally live up to the hype as far as detail and quality go. I'm actually willing to jump out on a limb and say that this is probably the best non-Yeezy collaboration that Adidas has on tap right now. And I think personally that Bad Bunny is the most interesting non-Kanye West collaborator on Adidas roster right now. Now look, both of those are some pretty hot takes, I know, but I'm willing to stick by them, and I'll explain why. But before we get into that, we gotta unlock these things. You get it? Because it's a locker, right? Let's get into it. So before we get into the actual shoe, we got to talk about this locker right here, right? Because I'm sure some of y'all are probably confused as to why Adidas and Bad Bunny sent us a locker, but that's because the theme of this sneaker, this triple black Adidas sneaker, is back to school. It's kind of weird on the surface, right? Because back to school, what? This is Bad Bunny, but like the theme of these sneakers is to allow kids to have their own sort of sense of style, their own vision when it comes to their style and their uniforms when they're in school, which I think is a pretty dope theme, even though it doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. But let's actually get into the sneakers, see what these things is hitting on, man. Yeah. Sheesh. These joints are crazy, fam. Like, and look, I'm typically not a huge fan of triple black sneakers, but it's not the color that sells you on these things. It's all of the details in it, really. And it all starts with this big old tongue right here, man. Like, you can see this thing is actually really fat, but that's because this is actually two different tongues. It's actually layered. There's a top layer and there's a bottom layer. And the cool part about this is that two other top layer tongues come with this packaging. So you can actually unbutton this and remove this top layer of the tongue and put on a different one if you want, which is a really dope and unique touch, something that we've never seen on the forum except for when it comes to Bad Bunny. And then on the tongue, on the top layer tongue, you got the Bad Bunny all-seeing eye right here, right? This is Bad Bunny's third eye that he always talks about. And then you got the classic Adidas Forum strap right here, but this is actually a little bit different than your classic Forum because this clasp right here is actually metal, which we haven't seen on the forum except for when it comes to Bad Bunny, right? Undo this Velcro right here. You see it actually says something right here that says Yo Visto Así, which translates to I dress like this. Totally setting the vibe for this shoe. Like that's a pretty dope touch. And then you go down, you got your reflective laces right here, right? Go down one more time, you got all this buttery leather and suede just all over this thing. Got the leather on the toe box, suede pretty much everywhere else, mostly. Go to the outsole, classic Adidas Forum outsole right here. The difference is that you got your Bad Bunny logo right here where the ball of your foot sits, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty dope look. And then on the heel counter, you got this strap right here that gives you a little bit more security, a little bit of added security. You can tighten it, loosen it, whatever you want to do. Whatever makes it more comfortable as a fit to you. So this thing is really dope, man. Totally different look at the Adidas Forum. Just the details on this thing ring off so well. It's so weird, but it's also very much Bad Bunny. And this speaks to the sort of rhythm that Adidas and Bad Bunny have found together. Let's talk about that really quick because they've done a whole lot in not a whole lot of time. And that's what makes it so cool. Y'all know who Bad Bunny is by now, man. Homie is an international Latin pop star who it feels like every chance he gets pushes some sort of boundary or breaks some sort of barrier, whether it's in real life or in music. And now he's bringing that same approach to sneakers with the Adidas Forum. And he's done it in a short amount of time. It all started in March when Bad Bunny and Adidas first showed us glimpses of this coffee-flavored Bad Bunny Forum that came out. And it took the sneaker world by storm, mostly because we knew the Forum was coming back, but we ain't know it was gonna look like that. And that was incredible. But they kept their collective feet on our necks a few weeks later on Easter Sunday by dropping this triple pink colorway of the Adidas Forum. And that was just incredible. It was mind-blowing. Colors were so vibrant. It was just an amazing moment in sneaker culture. And then a few weeks later, we got our first glimpse at these shoes right here when Bad Bunny debuted them on the WrestleMania stage of all the places. He was literally wrestling in his triple black Adidas Forum. And that was just wild. This was an international pop star who was wearing this shoe that looked like a skater shoe that was originally built for basketball in the middle of a wrestling ring on the biggest wrestling stage of all. And that's so wild, but it's also very much so Bad Bunny, right? Like that's totally his vibe. He's just wild, he does whatever he wants, and he creates whatever he wants to create. And that's what really makes this shoe so special, and what makes him special as a collaborator at Adidas. And that's why personally, I feel like he's the most interesting thing outside of Kanye West that Adidas has popping right now. I mean, think about it. That's really a hot take to say, I know, and especially when it comes to the folks that are his peers at Adidas. I mean, you got Pharrell, you got Beyonce, you got Kid Cudi, Pusha T, literally all of their athletes, right? So I know there's a lot of competition there, but when you really boil it down and think about it, I mean, Pharrell gave us the NMD, right? But his NMD has been the same for like half a decade now. And as good as it is, it's still the same design. And the rest of the human made and human race stuff just hasn't really hit quite the same. There's some good and there's some bad. Then when it comes to Beyonce, her Ivy Park line has been great and it's been spectacular and pretty interesting, but it's also more focused on apparel than footwear. And as far as footwear goes, the Super Sleek, when it first dropped, it was extremely hot, but people have kind of cooled off on it as more silhouettes have come out and the secondary market has cooled on it. And then when it comes to Kid Cudi, I'm actually not going to talk about Kid Cudi. I'm not going to do that. Look, man, the point is Bad Bunny is great. He's not Kanye West. He will never be Kanye West for Adidas. Kanye West is one of a kind, but he doesn't really need to be. He's already building something special on his own. Bad Bunny has something really cool going on at Adidas, and that's the most fun part about these sneakers. They're different, they're fun, they're unique, and that's the sort of vibe that I personally feel like Adidas needs to apply to all of their collaborations and not just this one. These joints are dropping on August 17th, but you're not gonna get them in this family and friends packaging in this big old locker right here if you do end up getting them. But regardless of the packaging, I do think that this is a really cool look at a Forum, and it's just really creative. It's, again, so Bad Bunny, man. Just the vibe that this thing gives you is what makes it so dope. It's a piece of Adidas history, but it has Bad Bunny's personal touch all over it. That's the best part about this shoe. And it's also kind of going back to the Adidas roots in 2015 when they first jumped into hype culture and they got Kanye West on board and Pharrell was doing this thing. Yeezy was totally different from anything that we had seen in sneakers. And Pharrell's NMD, though it was an NMD, it was completely different from the original model. And Bad Bunny's Forum kind of feels that same way to me, where yeah, this is a Forum, but it's not really a Forum, right? It's something completely different that we haven't really seen before. And this is the sort of look that just feels extremely personal and something that I would really love to connect with as a fan. It's really cool. And it's also exactly what Adidas should be doing with their collaborators. Now, where do they go from here? I personally have no idea, but I know for a fact that whatever it is, it's going to be extremely fun and it's going to be extremely creative because that's just what Bad Bunny and Adidas do, man. But anyway, that's a wrap for Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and these are Bad Bunny's and Adidas Triple Black Adidas Forum. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Special Delivery. Make sure you like and subscribe to catch future episodes of Special Delivery, and let us know in the comments, who would you like to see Adidas give that Bad Bunny treatment to next? Me personally, I need something more from Beyonce, man. Please, B, give me something good.